The brand new CIMA operational case study is out. So the pre-scene is being released for exams in November 2024 and February 2025. I'm going to give my initial reaction to the pre-scene, having been through it and taken everything in. And I'm also going to give you a few topics that could easily come up in the exam, given the information we've been presented with. So you guys are going to be looking at this company, Back Office. Now they make and sell backpacks, as the name suggests, and as CIMA's lovely little diagram shows us. Initial thoughts, it's a great pre-scene, really like it. It is on the longer side, so it's up towards that 30-page mark, which we sort of went away from in recent sittings. But there's lots of useful information, and also everyone knows what a backpack is. It's not a complicated product. They've got some really nice new innovations coming out, so lots of developments in the pipeline. And I really like their ethos. There's a great bit in the pre-scene telling us all about what they're about, and that gives us loads of things we can refer to in our answers in the exam. So let's dig a little deeper into Back Office then, our company. Now this is all using the pre-scene material available from CGMA's Study Hub. So they have released this for November 2024 and February 2025 sittings. So make sure you get yourself a copy of this. It's a PDF that you can download. You can always print it if you want as well. That sometimes helps. So you can annotate it and make notes if you want to. So the company itself, what do they do? Well, as we mentioned, they design, manufacture and market backpacks. Now they are a high value brand. It says throughout the case, they are premium and they've got high selling prices. So they're a high end, all about fashion. So they're in Hland. And as you all know, Hland is extremely fashionable as a country. If you know any Hlanders, always very well dressed. And therefore they are tying into that and they're fashionable as well as high quality. Now they were founded in 2015 in Hland. Again, you know where that is. It's in Western Europe, of course. So they're relatively new as a business. They've not been going for too many years. They're 9 years into their journey. And it seems like they're on the up. There seems to be a lot of growth within the business as well. So the company ethos. Now I mentioned this at the start as one of my favorite things about this pre-scene. I really like this. It's really, really helpful. It's on page 4 of the pre-scene. It tells us their ethos. And here it is in summary. They want their products to be beautiful. So they're all about their fashion and their design. They want them to be useful. Now these bags are aimed at hybrid workers, it says a lot of the time, and people carrying things in their bags. So they want it to be practical. Durable. Now it tells us about this incredible material they use in their backpacks called ballistic nylon. And theirs is way stronger than a lot of other companies that use this. Also waterproof, tear resistant. So they want them to be really long lasting. And they want them to be comfortable at the same time. So there are 4 key things they want out their products: beautiful, useful, durable, and comfortable. It tells us that in their company ethos. So that's really useful when you're doing your operational case, because you have to relate your answers to the scenario and to the company. So when we're making a decision, we've got to think, is it hitting our ethos? If they're looking to launch a backpack that is really cheap and it uses lower quality materials, well, no, that doesn't tie in with our brand, does it? That's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be durable, probably not going to be very comfortable. So we need to ensure that every decision is in line with this company ethos. Now, it also mentions in the ethos statement that all of this is underpinned by sustainability, hence the trees on the right, in case you were wondering. That's a really key theme throughout this case as well. They want to be sustainable, not just environmentally, but they want these bags to last a really long time, so people aren't having to throw them away, buy new ones, and so on. So sustainability, a really key theme throughout this case as well. Again, always something good to mention in the exam. Right, some key pre-scene themes then. Some things that jumped out to me as I read through it. I thought, oh yeah, that's interesting. They could explore that in the exam easily, or we may need to look a little bit further into that. So one of the things that was nice was growth. So it tells us on page 5 that the backpack industry is expected to grow by 9% per year globally. That's quite a lot, isn't it? So some fairly ambitious numbers, and we need to tap into that market. Another key theme throughout the whole pre-scene is around quality. So they are a premium brand. Again, a really nice thing to be able to refer to. IT is very important in this case. In the last couple of case studies we've seen for operational level, they've not really been too IT focused, but it does say that digital design is a critical success factor for back office. So Ben on page 11 tells us that. So digital design, they're using a lot of computer aided design, so CAD to design the bags and laser cutters and things. So there is an element of digital to this case as well. In terms of production, a really interesting one as well. The backpacks are made in H-Land. It says the vast majority of other backpack companies make their bags in Asia, but back office wanted to be different. They wanted to be a little bit higher quality, bit of premium product, as we've said, and therefore they've decided to stick with H-Land. More expensive, but it does keep up that premium feel. Now, another really important theme throughout this case is innovation. They've got 4 new products in development which are set to launch soon. So anything could happen in your exam in terms of which one of those they want to launch. So they've got their PET, which is this recycled bottles. So plastic bottles being recycled, turning into bags. They're looking to launch a range around that, which ties in with their sustainability. They've got some cycle backpacks they're looking to do. They've got one called Modis, which is all about having different compartments, so quite practical. And then also a cabin bag range for flying. So all of those could get launched at some point as well. So lots of things in there. And a bit on research and development. Also says around production that they've got some spare capacity in their production area. So that gives us scope to maybe expand and grow the business as well. And as we've seen, sustainability, absolutely huge. A lovely stat, carbon neutral by 2030 is their aim. Now, those 6 things are really nice to be able to refer back to. When you're applying your answers to the pre-seen and to the information you're given in the exam. So these are some really important themes throughout the case. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, what's going to be in your exam? Well, I don't know. It could be all sorts of different things, but these are 6 things that jumped out to me as being really, really examinable for you guys. And I definitely make sure you know these going into this exam. The first one, activity-based costing, comes up loads in operational case study. At back office, they currently do standard absorption costing based on departmental overhead absorption rates. They could ask about switching to ABC. Whether or not it's a good idea is another question, but they could definitely ask if it's worth switching. In core activity B, stress testing budgets is a common one. There are lots of things in this case that could go wrong. And so knowing how to explain stress testing and what it means and how they do it would be important. For example, they've only got one supplier of their ballistic nylon. What if they go bust? Or what if they have problems? What's going to happen to our budget? We also sell to a lot of retailers. What if one of those retailers goes bust? So stress testing could easily be in there. Now, core activity C in this exam is the most predictable. KPIs and variances are in most exams. So definitely know how to do those. KPIs will almost inevitably link to that ethos statement. And then variances, know what they mean and how to explain those. Core activity D, this one's set up quite nicely for PPE and leases. Again, they've got a bit of spare capacity in the production area. So they could easily buy some more equipment or look to lease it. And they do already lease some equipment. They've got right to use assets in their statement of financial position, and they've got some lease liabilities in there. So that right of use asset and lease liability combination tells us they definitely lease things at the moment. So leasing IFRS 16 could easily be in your exam as well. Core activity E, there are a few things that could be in there. Expected values, decision trees, those sorts of things may well get tested. They're looking to launch these different products. So maybe looking to predict what's going to happen there and see what's happening. With one of the ranges, it says that there is a potential competitor who's going to do something similar. So again, a decision tree may help there as well. So expected values could be in there. And then from core activity F, inventory management would be a good one to revise as well. So they've got a reasonably high amount of inventory. It says that they hold 2 months worth of stock for their ballistic nylon, maybe they're looking to switch to a more just-in-time approach, or maybe they want to use an economic order quantity. So I definitely focus on that as well. Now, obviously, anything could come up from the CIMA syllabus for operational case study. These are just 6 things that I thought I'd definitely revise if you are doing this exam in November 24 or February 2025. There we go. That's my initial reaction to this. So hopefully that's been useful. My name's Andrew Mower. I'm the tutor for VIVA doing the operational case study courses. If you're interested in studying with us, we've got some amazing courses. They're really focused on the key topics that are examinable in OCS, and they are tailored to this case study. So everything relates to back office, including mock exams, videos, little things on technique as well, making sure that technique's perfect. So check that out if you're looking for a course. Thanks ever so much for watching, and best of luck with your operational case.